Well.
Hello everyone, it is Wednesday once again, which means it's time for the new comic book day rundown.
Woo.
We're going to show you everything that is new from Dark Horse today. I am Kara, I am the social media coordinator.
And I am Spencer, I am an editor here at Dark Horse.
Welcome Spencer, thank you for joining us.
Of course.
Spencer has a very important job, which we will get to momentarily.
Very excited.
First, just remember to share this video here on Facebook, and you could win everything that we talk about today, which is pretty awesome. We have some really great comics out today. All you gotta do, share the video, make sure your share is public. You can change the settings in Facebook, so make sure you do that so we can see it, and then check back tomorrow to see if you won.
Winner!
Yeah. We have some announcements. First, I'm just going to get through really quickly. We're about to head into New York Comic Con next week, which is a very busy but very fun show. There's a lot of big announcements coming out during the show, so watch our website for those. Come see us in New York if you're there. We'll be sharing our booth number and all of our exclusives and all of our signings really soon in the days to come, so check back for those. And really quick, we did end the Tomb Raider fan art contest. Thank you so much to everybody who participated. We had a great turnout. Remember, you have until Friday to opt into the digital coloring book. If you participated but you weren't one of the very top winners, we just had so much great art that we're really happy to offer you that chance, but remember to opt in by Friday. Check our blog for details at starcourse.com/blog. I'll drop the link below after this. And one last thing, Tentacle Kitty coloring contest also ended. They're really busy getting ready for New York right now too, so we're going to announce the winners today. Sorry we weren't able to do it yesterday, but stay tuned, it's coming really soon.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let Spencer tell you about our digital sale.
Yeah, so we have a very fun digital sale leading up into, I believe, next week, but it's the Umbrella Academy Mega Bundle. It's all of, I believe, all of Umbrella Academy we have so far. That's Apocalypse Suite. That's, is it Dallas? I think
Dallas,
is the volume 2. Great series, and we have the new series starting up next week, which is going to be just as good. We're glad to see that coming back.
Yeah.
The Umbrella Academy was unstoppable at one time under the tutelage of their guardian and mentor. Its members spent their childhoods fighting evil and honoring their extraordinary fight. Until something went terribly wrong. And so that's kind of the intro piece there. But anyway, Umbrella Academy is really super fun. Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance, and it's got art by Gabriel Ba, who's incredible, and colors by Dave Stewart, of course, and covers by James Jean on that Apocalypse Suite.
It's all on sale in Dark Horse Digital. Yeah,
so $4.99 for the graphic novels and $9.99 for the whole collection. That's
really
two full series for $9.99.
Yeah, and we'll drop links to that below also when we are done here. But first, it's time to dive in to our comics. The biggest, number one, is of course Stranger Things.
Will.
Will, come on, Will, where are you?
Look at all these covers. Look at all these covers. So Spencer is the editor on this.
Right, true story.
We've talked about it a few times, but we're going to talk about it some more because it's here finally. If you've read the Ash Can, you've read like the first half of it. But you don't need to have read it. You probably should have watched the show, though. We would recommend watching the Netflix show.
It's on Netflix. It's great.
Do you want to tell us about these 4 main covers?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 4 main variant covers. Alexi Bricklot did that main cover, kind of an homage to The Thing. So, you know, Stranger Things. It's all about nostalgia, some homage stuff, Easter eggs, and this is one of them. The next cover here is Raphael Albuquerque, who's incredible. I love working with that guy. Every chance I get to do that for covers or interiors, comics, etc. He's amazing. And then this cover is Kyle Lambert, who did all of the key art for the Netflix show. So anything you see, like the little promo pieces on their site to sort of watch the show, that's Kyle Lambert stuff. And he did it here. Very kind of classic 80s, and really had a good chance to work with him. And then finally, basically a photo variant, set photos given to us by Netflix to create these fun sort of nostalgic 80s book cover photo variants. You can get all 4 of these at your comic shop. Anywhere you go for comics, these should be there. Go pick them up, read them,
One of each, if you want.
One of each. Also, on the back of each cover, it's all the same for the variants, but each issue has a new piece, and they connect one to the next. Each will come like moving off to the right. So this is the first piece. Issue 2 will be the next piece on the right of that. Issue 3, issue 4, so on and so on. But they connect together, and you can only get these on the 4 main series issues themselves, and any variant. So pick up any variant, it'll have the same piece on the back.
And the reason we're stressing these 4, which are the main 4 covers, is because there's a lot more.
Yes.
And Spencer has them all, so we can show you them all at once. We're just going to show you the special covers.
That's right. We'll give you at least a quick one. And these are retailer variants that specific retailers commissioned from us. And we got to work with some amazing artists, so we'll go through those now. So this is the thingsfromanotherworld.com variant. And this is Babstar. Incredible piece. Slight reference to Akira with the 2 on the bike. And I was so great to work with her, and I'm so glad I got a chance to do that. But that's the Things from Another World variant for you.
So you can get that one by ordering it through tfa.com.
Yep, absolutely. Next up, we have the Scorpion Comics variant by Clayton Crane. He was asked to put a lot of different elements into this one, and I think he did an amazing job kind of summarizing all of Season 1 to a certain extent. But you see a little bit of everything there, and I loved working with him too. Another guy on my list. So many of these have been on my list to work with. So that's Scorpion Comics. You can get that through their site. Next up, we have the Surprise Comics variant by Lee Bermejo. A little bit of Nancy. Which you won't necessarily see a whole lot of in the series, but we thought it'd be fun to sort of hit that moment where she is in the Upside Down, trying to get away from the Demogorgon. So kind of fun one there. Next up, we have the Sanctum Sanctorum variant, and this is Lucio Perillo, who's done a lot of different stuff and had a chance to just draw the monster. So we were like, yes, please do that for us. That would be great. Next up, we have the, I believe, the Z-Box Diamond Comics variant by Patrick Reynolds, who's a local Portland artist who's incredible.
Hi,
Patrick.
We love
you. I love this piece. Like, it's really fun to see, a bunch of his style of monsters, and like Castle Byers on there was like one of the only covers with Castle Byers on it.
So much good art.
Yeah, it keeps going.
So
next up, we have Forbidden Planet and Jetpacks exclusive variant by Ben Oliver. So get a chance to see 11 and the monster on that one. Another really, really great one. I love working with Ben. He's our new artist on Sword Daughter. Going forward, so we're super stoked about that.
Yes.
Next up, we have the New York Comic Con exclusive variant by Fabio Moon. I love working with Fabio Moon. I have one of his pieces up on my wall at home that I reference all the time from Dark Horse Presents back in the day.
He's fantastic.
So great.
Get this at our booth at New York Comic Con.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exclusive to New York. Pick it up. It's going to be good.
Really exciting. We'll have this and all the other exclusives. We'll share details soon.
That's right. And then finally, two more. Sorry. This one is the GameStop variant. You can find at GameStop. This one is Tom Coker doing his thing, and it's amazing. Like, it was so nice to see kind of a black and white in his sort of deep ink style. Very creepy.
Yeah, that's the only black and white one.
Yeah. Well, besides Patrick Reynolds. But
his
is pencil, kind of more looking pencil thing, but it's great. And then finally, the Midtown Comics exclusive version by Francesco Mattina. So excited to see this one. This one is absolutely great. Just the action and the sort of scene that you see here. You got the Christmas lights, you got the Demogorgon coming through the wall. So good. Anyway, that's all of our variants. There's so many of them.
There's so many. I haven't even seen some of them until just now. So we wanted to make sure that you got to see them too.
So good.
If anybody manages to collect them all, would you please post a picture of them all together? Maybe we'll send you something cool, but I would love to see somebody get all of them and just really go for the whole collection.
Yeah.
So this is just a little bit of an interior. We have talked about this before, but just a reminder, so this is the story of Will in the Upside Down that we didn't really get to see in Stranger Things Season 1. So this is new material.
Right.
This is an original story, but of course it's all approved. We work very closely with Netflix to make sure we're telling the stories they want to tell. We had Jodie Hauser on here as a guest a couple weeks ago. We love Jodie. Hi, Jodie. And she's done a fantastic job. Both the writing and the artwork by Stefano Martino are definitely kind of a love letter to 80s comics.
Absolutely.
And the comics that actually influenced the show. So, yeah, they're meant to look kind of vintage and nostalgic.
And with the captions, the way Jodie wrote it, she's very trying to hit that Chris Claremont sort of vibe from the comic that they mention in the first episode of Season 1. I think it's X-Men 134 or something like that. And there's just so many little details, and there's a few Easter eggs in there if you can spot them.
Yeah. She keeps mentioning that nobody has spotted one of them.
Right.
So,
right.
We'll
looking.
See.
Keep
we'll
looking.
See. Maybe now that you get all of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
But very exciting sort of, you see Will's journey in the Upside Down per Season 1. You kind of know the story to a certain extent, but now you're seeing another side of it. But it's been super fun to work on this series, and I'm so grateful that it is out and people can read it and get it. So thank you.
Happy Stranger Things Day.
Yeah.
Issue number 1 of 4. Yeah, and if you cosplay in Stranger Things, please come see us in New York. It'd be great. We want to see you and take a picture.
It'll be fun.
Well, we also have another number 1 today, which is pretty cool. It's the return of Gamma. I'm going to let Spencer tell you a little bit more about that one, too.
Here we go. Gamma's back. Pokemon meets Power Rangers in this kaiju-packed mature parody. It follows a monster trainer whose dreams of fortune and glory collide with his own hubris and the downfall of the entire planet. This is a story about betrayal and redemption in a world of bizarre, cute, and deadly monsters. Written by Ulysses Farinas, Erica Freitas, art by Ulysses Farinas, and colors by Melody Often. This is super fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah, and I love Farinas' stuff.
If you like Pokemon or any of that kind of stuff, you're gonna get a kick out of this.
Yeah, I mean it's kind
every
of
page
that same
is packed
style.
like
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Every single page has like 40 panels.
So much detail. I love it.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, we're excited to have this back. It appeared first in Dark Horse Presents.
I believe so. Yeah, absolutely.
So now we get a whole mini-series.
Yeah. So that's out today too. Not to be overshadowed.
No. I mean, everything kind of is, but also in horror comics, if you guys watch this show recently or regularly, then you know that I'm kind of obsessed with Beasts of Burden. This series is fantastic.
Absolutely.
This is Wise Dogs and Eldritch Men, which is a mini-series set in the same world, but in this case we're following the actual Wise Dogs, who are kind of like the mentors of the other dogs and cats that we know from the main Beasts of Burden series.
Awesome.
By Evan Dorkin and Jill Thompson. This features art by Benjamin Dewey. Don't worry, Evan and Jill are still working on more of the main series. But for now, we have Benjamin Dewey, who's fantastic.
He's great.
He's also
so
local.
Good. Yes.
He actually lives here in Milwaukee, which is cool.
What?
Yeah. So if you ever want to come visit, let us know, Ben. But yeah, so we have issue number 2 today. This is the Dustin Wynn variant cover, which I think is just gorgeous. I love his artwork. If you're a fan of his, make sure you pick up this variant. The main cover, as usual, is by Benjamin Dewey, and it shows the dogs being fierce. They're involved in a battle with some evil occult monsters.
Nice.
I'm going to show you a little bit of the interiors here. So, if you're following this series, you know that the Wise Dogs are kind of on the trail of a big increase in occult activity. There's all kinds of monsters swarming their town, and we get a little message from the beginning here of the other dogs back in Burden Hill that they also are being overrun by all kinds of monsters. And so this issue, there's a big battle. One of their fellow dogs kind of gets taken out. So they have to go rest and recuperate and then get right back into the fight. But they're starting to solve the mystery of where all of the excess monsters are coming from. So this is a really good issue in what is going to be a fantastic mini-series. This is number 2 of 4, Beasts of Burden. So get this at your comic shop today. And I want to give a shout out to Nate Picos, who letters this one. He does a lot of our lettering.
And on Stranger Things as well, actually.
Yeah. So Nate Picos from Blambot also on this series, which I can't recommend enough.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, so let's see. What else do I have next? This guy. All right.
More horror.
More Jody Hauser.
More Jody.
StarCraft Scavengers #3 is new this week. A group of Terran space scavengers are ambushed by an invisible, deadly stalker. That sounds very StarCraft. And then by aggressive Dominion forces out to ruin their salvage operation. Jody Hauser's writer on this. Artist is Gabriel Guzman. They join forces for this exciting new sci-fi series that sort of expands Blizzard's IP, which is really, really fun. And in fact, this is more violent and horrible than Stranger Things. So if you need more, violence and horror from Jody, this is probably where you go, because this one's good. It's just not as horrible.
She says it's the most violent thing she's ever written.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So many deaths.
It's like horror in space.
That's right.
We just announced we're going to continue doing more StarCraft comics with Blizzard.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
This Scavengers series, #3 of 4, and there will be more.
Yeah.
So look for that announcement as well.
Coming soon.
Yeah. We're going to switch a little bit out of the horror genre for this one, but this is another absolute favorite of mine, Modern Fantasy by Kristen Gudsnuck, who did Henchgirl. Yeah, they're great, and hopefully we'll see them in New York. So this is Modern Fantasy #4. This is the conclusion, for now, of the miniseries. We really like it too. You might have seen that we reenacted a cover. That's how much we like it. So don't worry. If we possibly can, we will bring this back for more. Make sure that you get out and buy these single issues, and then the trade will be coming out in January of 2019. So get in on pre-ordering that, and that will let us know that you want more. So here we'll take a little peek inside. I love the beginnings of these. You might have seen we did actual character sheets, because this is kind of like D&D meets Office Space. And so we have our heroes with their little D&D style profiles on the inside here. Little mini character sheets. In this issue, our heroes that you see here are getting ready to fight the nefarious cultists who have managed to summon a fire demon. The fate of the city, maybe the world, hangs in the balance as Sage and her friends battle the Balrog head on. Will the demon be too powerful for our young heroes? Don't miss the epic conclusion. There's another little peek. Kristen's fantastic artwork. You gotta look at this closely. She always works in all these funny little Easter eggs and details. They're in a mall, and so there's like D&D parodies, fantasy parodies of stores like Claire's, Olive Garden. So pay attention, look for all the great detail. It's really funny and really fun. And if you like tabletop gaming or anything like that, I think you'll really enjoy it.
All right, now I think we're into books. So first up in books this week, we have Rocket Robinson and the Secret of the Saint. This trade collection, it's Paris, 1933. In Volume 2 of the Rocket Robinson series by Sean O'Neill, Rocket, Nuri, and Screech find themselves in the French capital, where a rare and mysterious painting from the Middle Ages has been stolen from the Louvre Museum, and Nuri's uncle is the prime suspect. The young adventurers are soon hot on the trail of the stolen artwork, and the secret contained within may lead all the way to the most mysterious and sought-after treasure in history. This is a great read for all ages. It's a great adventure story, kind of a blend of Tintin and Indiana Jones. There's incredible art in this stuff, and it's so fun to see these folks on adventures. There's some swashbuckling, and it's a great time.
Yeah, Sean O'Neill is a great cartoonist. He came and visited our offices recently because he was in town for Rose City Comic Con. Yeah, so he's a great guy. This is a really fun all ages series that we're pretty excited about.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, if you like Tintin especially, like that's a similar style.
That feel,
obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
We also have another exciting trade out today by none other than Stan Sakai.
The nicest man in comics.
He really is. He really, really is. This is obviously a collection of every single Usagi Yojimbo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. So you get all of those great comics in here. Mostly, I think actually all of the artwork in here is by Stan Sakai himself. And there's a huge sketchbook section in the back that showcases all of his cover art.
Oh my gosh.
All kinds of really cool stuff from his studio. This book includes every story that you might remember, and if you haven't read them all, this is your chance to get every single one where Usagi meets the turtles, and there have been a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know actually became familiar with Usagi Yojimbo because he did guest star in the cartoon with the Ninja Turtles. So he's both been in the animated series, but also in all of these comics. This has a really popular story, Turtle Soup and Rabbit Stew, The Crossing, The Treaty, Shades of Green, and even the recent full-color tale, Namazu, which is another pretty popular one. I'll show you a few more of the interiors in here because we got to see some stand. Oh yeah, you even get to see his thumbnails, kind of some process pieces. He just shared with us some of his cover process for the next Saga volume.
Oh, nice.
Really, really cool to see it all come together.
Man, that man does not waste a line when he's drawing, I swear.
It's amazing. He also joined us at Rose City Comic Con, and I got to talk with him in detail about this book and just kind of his work in general. And I sat with him during his signing, and he was just drawing on
the table. Yeah.
And everybody else did something kind of small, but he went for it. He drew like a huge Usagi with tentacles battling, and it took him like 5 minutes. It was amazing. So Stan Sakai, the complete Usagi Yojimbo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection is in comic shops today. Definitely don't miss this if you're a fan of either or both of those characters.
Great read for all ages. They're just so good.
Yeah.
All right, finally, we have something super fun. It's the Steven Universe adult coloring book, or, kid coloring book, whatever you want. This is Steven Universe. Everyone. It's for everyone. Head on down to Beach City and create your own artistic vision through color with the official Steven Universe coloring book. There's 45 black and white illustrations by tons of amazing artists. You guys got to check this out. There's relive all your favorite moments from the show. Ruby and Sapphire's first meeting, Stevani's showdown with Jasper, to Lars of the Stars. Color it however you choose. Have fun with these. They're just, I don't know. They're great times. There's tons of cool scenes from various, moments of the show, and I don't know. These are super good. They're just classic fun.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Steven Universe, there's a lot to enjoy in here.
Absolutely.
We have one other final kind of thing to show you, which are two coaster sets. First, I'm going to tell you about this one. This is American Gods. If you watch the show or have read the book, you should be familiar with Jack's Crocodile Bar. This, I'll show you the back, has 4 different designs for you to put out in your house if you'd like to recreate Jack's Crocodile Bar, where deals are made over beer and a bite. So this is available now in comic shops. Any fan of American Gods, be it the comics, the book, or the TV show, might enjoy these. This would be a good, Christmas stocking stuffer.
Absolutely. And if you are a fan of, Mystery Science Theater 3000, like, I don't know who isn't, but if you've seen the new show on Netflix, it's been great working with these guys. But now we have a couple sets of coasters, and this is one of them. And it has the moon and the characters.
Robots.
Yeah, so fun. But
just a little extra merch for, if you want something besides the comics.
Next time you're hanging out with your crew, having some drinks, watching the show,
now
you've got coasters.
So those are included in everything that you could win if you remember to share this video when we are done.
Share.
Yep, share it. And we'll get back to you tomorrow and announce who was drawn as the winner. So don't forget to do that. Thank you again, Spencer, for joining us to talk about all things Stranger Things. And thanks, guys. We will see you next week.
Have a good one.